Hey everybody, today I'm going to review FEIN's ASCM 18QX 18-volt full-size drill driver kit. Now I want to point out this is not a compact model, but along with that comes more weight and more power. What we want to keep in mind, this thing has so much power that they actually include 4 different speed or power modes. It has a brushless motor, an electronic clutch, and most importantly, it has one real unique feature that we rarely see on any drill, and that's removable chucks. So it comes with this 1/2-inch keyless chuck, as well as a bit driver extension, which takes standard 1/4-inch hex bits. And it really eliminates the need for having 2 drills in a shop setting. Now with me personally, I don't like having to switch between drill bits and then regular bits in the actual keyless chuck. So I'll use 2 drills whenever I'm putting something together. When I use this, I can just use the 1 drill and then alternate between the chucks and literally change between them in just a matter of a couple seconds. So what I'll do in this video is give you some closer up looks at this. We're going to see how it actually operates. We're going to take a look at what comes in the kit, and then we're going to do some runtime testing to see how it performs. If you pick up one of the kits, what's going to be included is a charger, 2 4-amp-hour battery packs, the drill, a side handle, 2 different chucks, as well as a carrying case. As far as storing everything when it's not in use, the interior of the case is form-fitted and it has a specific location for each item. You can see I can pop everything right in here. It's very easy to tell where it goes. And down to and including the charger, everything's going to slide in and it's not going to go anywhere. Now that's very important if you want to keep this in very good condition for long term. Unlike a tool bag where everything would be banging into each other, this is going to keep it very secure and you're going to minimize the risk of damage or scratches when you're going down the road. Here's a closer look at the drill, and I want to point out that the orange portion you see is going to be a very hard plastic. This black portion is a softer rubber, and then the entire front where the 2 different chucks will plug on is made out of metal. The battery is going to be on a slide rail system, and it also features a battery status fuel gauge. So if you just press in on the orange button, you'll see LEDs light up, and that tells you exactly how much battery power you have remaining. The 2 different removable chucks include a 1/2-inch ratcheting keyless chuck, which would be best used with drill bits, and then a 1/4-inch hex locking extension. Now what this will allow you to do is take any standard 1/4-inch hex bit, slide it into place. It's magnetic right off the bat, so it's not going to fall out. But to really lock it in, they do have this little collar. You'll slide that back and now it's locked into place. To remove the bit, you need to take that same collar, slide it forward, and then the bit's going to pop right out. Now if you have something with extreme clearance issues and this just will not fit, the end of the actual chuck coming out of the drill that either one of these are going to slide onto also accepts 1/4-inch hex extensions. So what we'll do is take that same bit, slide it into place, and now we would have an even shorter drill than it would offer with either one of these. On top of the drill is where you'll adjust your speed or power modes as well as adjust your clutch settings. Speed mode 1 is going to be up to 400 RPMs, which would be best for drilling into metal. Speed mode 2 is going to be up to 800 RPMs. Speed mode 3 will be up to 1,950 RPMs. And then finally speed mode 4 is going to be a blazing 0 to 3,850 RPMs. Now all of those are fully adjustable with the variable speed trigger, so you can go anywhere from a stop chuck all the way up to the max speed depending on how hard you press in on it. Directly below that is going to be the adjuster knob for the clutch settings. Now the unique thing about this is the fact that it's an electronic clutch and it also has a drill mode on both ends of the spectrum. So you have clutch settings ranging from 1 all the way up to 15. And then finally you will have a drill mode on both sides. On the base of the handle right here is going to be an LED, and you can activate that by just barely pressing on the trigger or holding it in all the way. Now it does have a time delay. You can use it as a flashlight. You could line up the drill bit onto the board, pick the exact spot you want to drill a hole, and because everything's lit up, it's very easy to drill the hole correctly the first time. The one issue that I've had with the drill actually involves the side handle, and it's not because it doesn't fit well or it's too loose, it's actually too tight. Right out of the box, it's next to impossible to install or remove this, but after extended use it becomes much easier. Now the easiest way I found to install it is actually to use two hands to apply even pressure. It'll pop right in place, you can screw the handle shut, and it's going to tighten up and be ready to go. When you want to remove it, you'll just loosen the handle, grab it right here close to the chuck, move it back and forth, and it's going to pop right off. Because the front of the drill, where the side handle normally attaches, is completely round, it also means it's going to be compatible with the rapid drill. Now this is a specialized tool that works in conjunction with a drill to give you compound leverage and will allow you to punch holes through metal very quickly. So we'll go ahead and line it up with a piece of angle iron, click it into place, and then using the handle at the top, it's going to give us compound leverage. When I pull in on the trigger, we're going to punch a hole right through the angle iron. Having the ability to quickly change in between drilling holes and driving screws can save you a lot of time, especially if you have something like this Craig pocket hole jig. I'll go ahead and pop two holes in the board that I have clamped in it, and then we'll attach it to the one laying on the workbench. So literally, to change the chuck, all you have to do is pull the collar forward. It's going to pop right off. We'll take our other chuck that happens to have the bit extension already installed in it. We'll pull the collar forward, rotate it a little bit, and it's going to slide right on the front of the drill. Next, we'll go ahead, release the board out of the pocket hole jig, line it up with the board laying on the workbench, and we'll take two screws and place one in each hole. Now I want to point out this next step is going to be a little unique because of the electronic clutch in here. We'll rotate that back to clutch mode 1, which is going to be the lowest setting. We have it on power mode 2, and when the screws bottom out, you will hear an audible warning. It's not going to just continue to rattle like a standard drill. This does have an electronic clutch, and it will kill power to the motor. And if you hear that beep, that means that the clutch was engaged. We'll go ahead, take our next screw, and do the exact same thing. Now for a runtime test, I have a fully charged 4 amp hour battery pack along with a 3/4 inch self-feeding wood bit. We're going to go ahead and see how many holes we can pop through a standard 2x6 on just one charge. Okay, it was able to fully drill 158 holes, and on hole number 159, the battery finally died. So now you've seen FEIN's ASCM 18QX for yourself. This thing has a lot of power, a lot of runtime, but most importantly, it's extremely versatile. And the best feature about it by far is the fact that it does have those removable chucks, and it eliminates the need for having two drills side by side, especially in a shop setting. You can go between drilling and driving in just a matter of seconds, and it's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Now keep in mind, because it does have such extreme power, it does have the 4 different speed or power modes that will allow you to fine tune it depending on what you're working on. And it also has the brushless motor as well as the electronic clutch. Now I want to point out, as far as the kit goes, it does come with 2 of the 4 amp hour battery packs, and they are going to be compatible with the other 18 volt tools in FEIN's lineup. Now lastly, it does include FEIN's 3-year FEIN Plus guarantee on the tool, the batteries, as well as the charger. So if you ever do have a problem with them during that time, and it's not an abuse situation, they will fix it for you free of charge. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. And thanks for watching.